What's happening, everybody? I'm back. So the mask, why do I wear it? Well, I'm gonna give you a few different reasons why I wear it. You know, I have a few different reasons. I'll get into it, you know? But the reason why I even bring it up is because a guy left, I'm sorry I forgot your name, I apologize, you know? But there was a guy in the comments and he said, that there was another YouTuber that he used to watch that wore a mask. And it came out later that the guy had bad charges or something like that. And that's not my case. I don't have no weirdo stuff. I don't have no bad charges. That's not my, you know. So that's, you know, I just have, you know, drug charges, gang charges, you know, weapon, you know, just the average street person charges, you know, like I don't have no weirdo shit, you know. But the reason why I wear it is just for my own privacy, you know, just so I could live normal, you know, like I don't want any, you know, honestly, me, I'm like a shy, laid back person. I'm real like, open, and when I'm around my friends and my family and people that I know, you know, but around like strangers and stuff like that, it's like I'm real reserved. I'm real, you know, I'm not joking around. I'm not, you know, nobody, I feel like, you know, I grew up different. I feel like strangers don't need to know my business, you know, like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I have a different mindset, the way I think about things, you know, and I really debated it for a lot, because I was going to just come on here with my face, you know? And I really debated it for a while. Like, should I just show my face? But, you know, I got to thinking about all these other YouTubers that I watch, you know? Because I know, like I know, like, what niche am I in? Like, what genre of videos am I in? And I know I'm kind of like on the borderline of the prison genre, you know? And I really didn't want to be in that niche, you know? I really didn't. I just wanted to be like a motivational speaker, like a, you know? But that is my past, you know? Like, I've been to prison, I've done all that stuff. But that is my past, you know? So, and in reality, I'm embarrassed about all that stuff, you know. I'm ashamed of it, you know. I'm embarrassed that I did all that stuff and whatever, you know. But I was on drugs, and you know, it was bad. You know, when you're young, you feel like you're gonna live forever, you know, like you're invincible, you know. But now I'm grown. I'm gonna be a grandpa, you know. It's like I just want to live privately, you know. I just want to live with my family, my close friends. And I don't want people all in my business, all, you know, knowing my address and where I live and, you know, just all that crazy stuff. I see these YouTubers now, especially the prison niche or genre, whatever. And they all like attack each other. Not physically, but verbally, you know? They all make videos about each other and like, And you know, like, and I watch all those guys. I listen to all those guys. But they're always saying, oh, that guy snitched, or that guy ratted, or that guy's dropped out of his gang, or that guy this. And it's just like, I don't want to deal with all that stuff, you know? I know, like, I kind of feel like when that happens, that's like you made it, you know? That's like the sign that you made it. People start coming at you from different angles. And it's like, just because I feel like that's because you're blowing up a little bit or something, you know? But, and I really didn't want to deal with none of that type of stuff, you know? Like, nobody, like, I get really good comments and stuff, you know? People aren't, you know, attacking me. A couple people, you know, one guy said, this was a long time ago, but one guy said that I was an informant. An informant for what? I go to work. I'm a normal guy. I go to work every day. You know, I'm a godly man. I just have my kids and I'm having a grandchild. You know, it's like I'm just a normal guy. All I do is work all day, every day. You know, this is my side thing, you know. And I started this with making money in mind. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna try to make a little money, a little side money. And then it just became, I just like talking to all you guys, and I love your comments. I love the comments. I love when I get comments, and I trust me, I don't get a lot of comments, so I respond to all of them, you know. Sometimes it might take a while, but I'll respond to all of them. But I just want to be left alone, you know. I just want privacy, you know. Like, I don't want people coming up to me on the streets and you know, and I know a lot of these YouTubers, I know a lot of these guys, they don't want that drama either. They don't want to deal with none of that drama. They don't want to. I could tell they're above it, but they're getting you know, verbally attacked from all different angles, from all these different people. So of course, I understand they're gonna defend themselves. You know, they feel, you know, cornered. They're gonna defend themselves. You know, but I really don't want to be involved with none of that type of stuff, you know. And like so that's the only reason why I wear the mask, you know. It's not no, it sucks that everybody's mind, this is what sucks, is everybody's mind always goes to like, what's he hiding, or what's he, you know. It's like, well, we're hiding our privacy, you know. Like, I think it's weird that people want to be famous and their face shown, you know. I think that's weird, you know. To me personally, that's weird, you know. My youngest daughter wants to be famous, you know? And it's like, I tell her all the things that come with it. You know, once you're famous, you're never going to be a normal person again. Never. Everybody's going to remember your face. Everybody's going to know you. You're not going to be able to go anywhere. People are going to know you, want to take a picture with you, whatever. And I don't want to be rude or anything, but I just really don't want to be bothered like that, you know? I just want to go about my life a normal person, you know? So I just wear the mask. It's just easier. I just avoid any type of drama that can happen. I just want to avoid all. I just avoid it all, you know? It's just easier that way. And I see these YouTubers, you know, like they first start blowing up, they're excited, you know? They're excited, they're blowing up, getting views, and then they start getting verbally attacked and all this stuff. And then next thing you know, a couple months later, you see them and they just look wore down. They just look beat up, you know, like just tired of it. And I hear a lot of them saying they want to quit and all that stuff. That's just all the things that I notice that I don't want to deal with, you know. I just want to be on here with normal people. You know what I mean? Talking about normal stuff, you know. That's it, you know. And this is the thing. I know a lot of people want to create like a brand, you know. They want to brand themselves, you know. They want to make a brand, you know, like people, you know, pay them to come talk somewhere, or come show up at this place, or whatever, you know. Whatever the case is, you know, I don't know. But I don't know how none of that works, but I think that would be cool, you know, if I became a brand, if I branded myself, you know, and that'd be kind of cool, you know. But I want to be able to, if they want me somewhere, or they want to talk to me somewhere or something, I could go as a normal person, put my brand on, and then handle my business, do what they want, and then when I leave, I take it off and I'm normal again. No, you know, nobody knows who I am. You know, I like that, you know. To me, that's comfortable. That seems comfortable, you know. So that's just how my mind. That's just, you know, how I thought about it. You know, I mean, you guys let me know. Would you want to be famous? Would you wear a mask? Would you do a faceless channel? Like, what would you, you know, like, what would you do? You know. But that's my reason. It's just, and you know, I don't care about all the other stuff. I don't care. Yeah. I'm a dropout. I dropped out of my gang. I left it. I'm over here now. You know, I'm living a normal life. I'm a working man. You could say I told on somebody. I don't really care about none of that stuff. I don't care about the street rules, or that doesn't pertain to me. I'm a normal man. I'm a normal man, you know? I'm a godly man. I just work, you know? All that other stuff is irrelevant. All that street life, all that stuff is irrelevant to me. I don't even care. That has nothing to do with me, you know? So, it doesn't bother me at all. But the weirdo charges, no, that's that's not what the case is, you know? And I thank you for being respectful when you left that comment, you know? You know who you are. I'm sorry I forgot your name. I apologize, you know? But that's the whole reason for the mask, you guys. You know? That's it. It's just for my privacy, you know? Me and my family's privacy, you know? And that's, you know, that's it, you know? All right, everybody. I just had to get that. I saw that and I was just like, oh man, I gotta respond to this, you know? But all right, everybody, you have a good day, everybody. God bless. Thank you.